Welcome to the Huawei NINA assembly video tutorial. Make sure you're wearing ESD finger cuffs and wrist straps throughout the process. Fasten the straps so it feels tight against the skin and connect the cable to the ESD monitor. Prepare the assembly tool, a screwdriver. Remove the adhesive release paper from the front casing and speaker. Align the speaker with the positioning rod on the left. Attach the speaker to the front casing. Remove the mylar film from the microphone before attaching the subboard to the front casing. Wrap the subboard with a USB cover in the correct direction. Put the front casing in the jig for fastening screws. Slowly fasten 2 screws with a torque of 0.6 to 0.8 kilograms per centimeter. Ensure that the screws are fastened tightly and the screw surfaces have no scratches. Remove the release paper and then remove the main board from the jig. Attach the camera to the support. Fasten the BTB to the main board. Note: make sure not to squeeze other components on the board. Attach a microphone cover to the proximity sensor on the front surface of the main board. Note: keep the rear camera dust-free. Remove the release paper from the front camera. Attach the front camera to the installation slot in the front casing. Fasten the camera BTB to the main board. Fasten the BTB 3 times to ensure that it is fully secured in place. Align the receiver with the positioning rods on the main board. Fasten the support to the main board. Align the fingerprint sensor with the positioning slot of the shielding casing on the main board. Then remove the release paper from the fingerprint sensor. Attach the fingerprint sensor to the main board. Align the fingerprint sensor BTB with the female BTB connector on the main board and fasten it in place. Dispense 180 to 220 milligrams of the gel. Bend the LCD FPC BTB upwards to keep it above the main board installation area. Align the main board with the positioning rod on the left and insert the left part below the front casing clip at an angle. Fasten the clip on the right of the front casing. Note: the main board must completely fit in the front casing. The positioning rod must align with the positioning hole. Do not press down on the components or the spring on the main board. Take the headset holder, align it with the main board connector and press down on the BTB to fasten it. Fasten it 3 times to ensure that it is fully secured in place. Take the front camera BTB plate and align it with the screw holes on the main board. Then attach it to the front camera BTB holder. Fasten the LCD BTB. Take the main FPC and fasten the BTB on the main board, then the BTB on the subboard. Ensure that the FPC is attached in the correct direction and the FPC BTB is secured in place without cambers. Press down on the battery BTB to clip it. Put the front casing on the cable positioning jig. Use a dedicated tool for coaxial cable. Fasten one end of the coaxial cable to the RF connector on the main board and the other end to the RF connector on the secondary board. Ensure that the cable connectors are secured in place. Line the cable along the wiring duct. Ensure that the coaxial cable does not overlap with the screw holes. Take the LCD BTB plate and attach it to the LCD BTB connector on the main board. Take the main FPC plate and attach it to the main board. Put the main board in the screw jig. Close the jig cover. Fasten the front camera BTB plate, the LCD BTB plate, and 6 screws on the main board slowly with a torque of 0.7 to 0.9 kilograms per centimeters. Ensure that the screws are fastened tightly and the screw surfaces have no scratches. Take the battery casing and remove the release paper from the fingerprint sensor and the rear camera. Fasten the side with the side button. Make sure the 3 side buttons can be handled comfortably. Fasten the other side counterclockwise. After the phone is completely fastened, attach the dust-proof release paper to the rear camera support. Put the phone in the jig for fastening screws. Close the jig cover. Fasten the 7 screws slowly with a torque of 0.7 to 0.9 kilograms force centimeters. Ensure that the screws are fastened tightly and the screw surfaces have no scratches. Attach a warranty label to the position of screw number 2. Take an upper decoration and remove all the adhesive release paper and all the release paper on the attaching surface. Remove the dust-proof film from the cameras. Take a lower decoration and remove the adhesive release paper. Align the decoration with the phone edges and attach it to the phone. Make sure you clip the upper part. Insert the SIM card tray into the card slot and fasten the card tray to the front casing. Repeat the preceding steps 3 times before laser engraving. Note, the card tray fits in only one way. Assembly complete. Thanks for watching.